All right, 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. And Hall of Fame cartoon artist or comic artist, Mark McKenna. There's a big difference between a cartoon artist and a comic artist, right?
And a comedian, too.
Do you look down on the people who do Sunday
no.
like strips in the paper?
Those guys usually do it all. I mean, they usually
they draw and everything else.
Letter, I have respect for that because that's tough. No.
Even the people who do Family Circus. I mean, come on, something that's that lame, or Marmaduke or something like that. You don't look at them and go, "Oh, jeez," like they're not the biggest sellouts in the world to you. You don't look at them and like,
it's a different.
Have some freaking pride. Challenge yourself as a joke.
Well, Marmaduke is pretty well drawn, but Family Circus.
Family Circus. Oh,
like
Timmy thinks that Alphabet Soup.
Try doing that 500.
His Alphabet Soup is swearing at him.
They do that for you have to do months and months of that stuff in advance before they want to see you have continual.
You want to be able to hit that continual Family Circus high level of quality,
yeah, so to speak. Yeah, but they need to know that you're not a one hit wonder, that you had 2 dailies and all of a sudden the stuff stinks.
Yeah.
So you need to show content.
Now we were just looking at your own comic book, Combat Jacks.
Yes.
And we have the coveted #1 issue. Is this the first printing?
It is.
So if I go put this in a yearbook somewhere, maybe a year,
yes.
10 years from now,
next to Mr. Natural,
could be worth something for me. Well, this is really cool because I've never met somebody who actually started something with success on Kickstarter. I've heard so much about Kickstarter over the years,
right?
But you wanted to generate the money to produce this,
yep,
and you did it through Kickstarter, and you sold places in the comic book,
right? For people to be Space Marines in the book. $200 tier pledge got you to be a Space Marine. I could kill you any which way I wanted to after that,
Oh, really? That's cool.
The first guy gets decapitated by a pumpkin vine.
And I think it's funny that you didn't sell the spots for the women.
Well, you got to bring in the cute girls for the fan base, which I know very well.
If they paid $1,000, could they choose their own death?
Yes.
Oh, you'd be amazed. You'd be amazed. Now, how many issues did you print?
I did 3,000. The book was in Diamond catalog, which is the comic book merchandiser for the whole country and 5 other countries, and they made me trick or treat pick of the month back in October. It was a Halloween release, and I was up in Salem, Massachusetts when the book came out. Selling the books, I sold less than 1,000 though, so I have quite a few of them at home.
Well, we were just talking about and Lauren was just talking about the movies,
right,
and stuff like that. And it's interesting because a comic book is one of the primary ways of doing a movie is to storyboard it,
right? And
they'll go through and they'll draw out every shot in a movie. And a comic book is like getting paid for your storyboarding.
Correct. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, you can be a movie producer and look at a comic book, and you can work it from there. Yeah.
I'm surprised actually there aren't more from the genre being transferred over because of that, because the visual aspect of it. It's already pre-directed for essentially. The shots are set up and everything like that.
And I'll tell you what though, Hollywood will mess with it. They don't leave anything.
Oh, they can't not. They're not allowed. They're not able to not do that. All right, let's go to the phones. 471 WPDH. We have another woman. Hi, Lori.
Hi, good morning, Coop. Good morning, Robyn.
Hi, Lori. Lori, is this the same Lori that has written to me on Facebook?
Yes, it is.
Oh, good. I'm glad I don't have to tell Mark. You can tell Mark your whole story. Good.
I'm glad I got through.
Me too.
Hi, Mark. How you doing?
Good, Lori.
Hi. Listen, I have a huge comic collection. My son actually got me started many years ago. Most of my comics are all #1s, bagged and boarded, of course. I do have one in particular that is the Spider-Man 2099. Mm-hmm. It is signed by Rick Leonardi and also Stan Lee. Mm-hmm. It's had the certificate of authenticity, etc.
Nice. By the way,
also have
just
probably 8 or 10 sets of the Superman when he died and came back to life.
Right.
All untouched by human hands. And I just was wondering about what you would estimate a value on that 2099 Spider-Man.
I just want to tell you before that I did issue 9 of Spider-Man 2099. If you have that, I'll sign up for you next time I see you.
Okay, great. I'm just wondering, because I have so many, and I don't know really who to bring my collection to get really a good